Hey there and welcome to Vermintide 2. Today I'm going to be playing around with the Bolt Staff, and that is because Sienna has quite the arsenal of staves, but I would say predominantly people use the Beam Staff. My personal favourite is the Fireball Staff, so I want to try out a few of what I would consider the outliers and see how they perform. I've used the Bolt Staff before, but I don't think I've ever used it on Champion, so I'm interested to see if it can keep up. Now, one thing going into it is that I know it generates quite a lot of heat. I can already tell you, I consider that a negative. I mean, I think most people do, but that's where I've struggled with it.
Bring close to the rungs, darling.
But the Bolt Staff is focused around headshots. It has sniper and headshot damage. From my testing just against dummies, it looks like the sniper trait is only effective with the charge attack, not just the regular rapid fire. So let's go see how this does. I'll be doing a bit of a review at the end of the video of how I think it went, and maybe comparing how it did in certain areas compared to other staves, like Horde Clearing, boss killing, armor killing, that sort of thing. Alright, we are backed into a little room here, so this will be a good way to test just how well it can hold back a horde. Oh, that's a Chaos Warrior, not a horde. Okay, let's stab him. Alright, there's him down. Okay, let's do some power attacks. That went pretty well. Okay, so I think I would say the power attack is definitely better for clearing hordes than the rapid attack, because you line that up with the headshots, that's just going to be doing crazy crits the whole way through, and not much is going to survive one of those. But damn, it generates a lot of heat. Now, I'm playing on Hunger in the Dark. That is mainly because I need it for an achievement. I gotta do it on Champion with the Unchained, but also because it has a guaranteed troll fight, and I'm interested to see how this goes against a boss, so I wanted to just guarantee that I would get a boss.
This is the way.
Alright, here comes another horde. These guys are a little more spread out though, which is gonna be an issue for, I mean, this is very much a piercing weapon, it doesn't have a lot of spread. I can definitely say, I'm already telling that I prefer other staffs for holding hordes back. If you can get them in a nice line, this one, the Bolt Staff's great at shredding them, but I prefer the Fireball when it comes to hordes, because you don't need them in a perfect line for that. Although maybe I could just get a little better with the Bolt Staff and that wouldn't be as much of an issue. Oh, piss. That was a bit of a miss. I really wish you could ride the cart. I think there's actually a mod that makes it so you can, but on modded realms you can't get loot, and I'm quite a fan of loot. That is a Chaos Patrol. I'd rather not pull that. This thing, yeah, I think the single target is decent against Storm Burman, but geez, it just about fills up my heat bar for one Storm Burman. I don't think it's that good against Chaos Warriors. Like, my dagger's gonna do much better. And I mean, one staff really shouldn't perform every duty that there is. The Beam Staff sort of does, but the Beam Staff is, in some opinions, a little bit OP. Now, I'm pretty sure we just pulled that Chaos Patrol, so I'm gonna make sure our asses don't get taken out by some Skaven slaves. Alright, Krillian, we need you up. Alright, Skaven slaves, what did I tell you? Piss off. Alright, Krillian's dead, Kruber's down, and Varden isn't looking so great. But that's 2 Chaos Warriors down. Come on, let's make it 3. There we go. Alright, everyone's down. This could be going a little better. Will you guys piss off? Alright. Well, they didn't piss off, they blew up. Anyway.
Are you on a one-man mission to destroy our supplies, Marcus?
Yeah, I don't mind this for fighting storm vermin, but I think my dagger's better. That's kind of what I'm finding right now with this staff, is that, you know, there are just other weapons that do it better. Hey, Cerulean, having a nice nap down there? Alright, let's see how good it is at lighting the way. That's not too bad. Actually, no, it's shit. Never mind. Okay. I thought I might as well test out its light-giving abilities. Might not really include that in the review of how it did. Alright, there we go. Sniped him. It is pretty good for that. I will say, it is nice for taking out specials, but you generate a lot of heat doing it. I'm probably going to be talking about heat quite a lot because I'm really taken aback by how much it gives you. Let's blow someone up. That throw was a little bit off. Okay, let's just burn them. Oh, no, there we go. Oh, that was a nice bomb. And another one. Alright, we might as well move the card up while we're fighting because it's just Skaven slaves, not much of a threat. And it might line them up nicely so I can just wail on them with my power attack. I do like how good it is against clumped or queued hordes, I guess is a way of saying it. And as far as the heat goes, there are attributes on legendary weapons that will essentially completely resolve that. I think there's one that on critical hits, you vent heat for free, it doesn't damage you. That would essentially nullify the heat from this weapon when you're doing that power attack. But without it, it is damn noticeable. And the good thing about being Unchained is that periodically I can just vent for free, but I wouldn't, you know, I'm finding myself wishing that I could do it a lot more frequently. And I don't know that it's great at performing against armor. I don't know how they managed to fall down there, but whatever. Let's just keep moving on. Ow, that was a further drop than I thought it was. Oh, a bomb. I was kind of hoping for healing, actually. We're not massively in need of it, but a little bit more would have been nice. Alright, let's see how this rapid fire does. You know, that held them back. Didn't generate as much heat as I've felt like it has in the past, so that's not too bad. But I still say the charge attack is much better against hordes. It just requires them to be clumped or queued. I honestly think the dagger just does a better job of clearing the horde than a bolt staff does. Yeah, that rapid attack, I'm starting to like it.
Stop corping, darlings. We've work to do if we're to dispose of that.
Shoot those trolls a little bit. Alright, everybody heal up. No one's healing up.
Hold on, mayflies.
There we go.
I'm going to drink.
Alright, Barden, you get a heal. Time to blow myself up. Shouldn't be too hard with this weapon. Wow. So, I think my complaints from the heat come at the fact that it's got such a high rate of fire. Yeah, with the fireball stuff, when I have to blow myself up, it takes me a lot longer than that. I think it's just because this thing can shoot so damn quickly that it doesn't generate that much more heat per attack, but you can just get so many more attacks out in a shorter amount of time that it feels like it does. But at the same time, when a weapon's strength also becomes its weakness, that's a bit of an issue. But you can mitigate that with other tools. Speaking of that, Cerulean just said why I'm so skin scorched. That reminded me that this weapon doesn't do damage over time. Both the beam staff and fireball staff do, and I think at least one of the other staffs, maybe the conflagration, does as well. I really like that. Being able to do a damage over time to an enemy is, I think, really useful, especially for bosses when they stack. Just suddenly reminded me of that when I, friendly fired the living hell out of Carillion. Alright, let's vent my heat before I take on this boss. Alright, it's dinner time, and there he is. Well, that is not as much damage as I was hoping for. Okay, hitting him helps though. Whoa. It's not bad. Let's do this now. These should do a lot of damage because I'm able to hit him in the head. But, you know what? I'm not satisfied with that. The fireball staff does just as much damage and you don't actually need headshots to do it. So, you know what? The review's getting close because the level's almost over. I'm thinking I'm not going to be giving this weapon a great review. Yeah, even getting headshots, I'm not super satisfied with that. It was a very easy boss. I could just stand there and, burn the hell out of him, but most of Sienna's weapons can do that.
I was about to get myself up.
I'm counting those kills as mine. I lit the barrels. You can add 6-7 troll kills to my list. I still have a bomb. Well, might as well burn the roof. Ow. And myself, I forgot how bombs worked. Well, there we go. We've reached the end of the level, and I wouldn't say it's a glowing review. The bolt staff on its own, the rapid fire, the headshot damage, and the snipe trait. The rapid fire didn't feel that good. The light attack, the left click that you can just hold down, didn't feel like it had that much of an impact. It was decent against armored units, but there are just better weapons. My dagger was much better against armored units than it was. I also didn't think it was that good against the boss. I wasn't getting massive amounts of headshots on him, but even when I was, those headshots with a charge attack really weren't doing any different amount of damage than just a general fireball. I did like the power attack. At first I was complaining it generated too much heat, but I think that was just a result of it being able to fire so quickly. But it is very good against hordes. You get that at headshot level, it rips right through them. I was a huge fan of that. But overall, I don't think it has much of a place on the battlefield. There are other weapons with more impact. If I could choose another weapon, I would. And I was even favoring my dagger a lot of the time to clear hordes because they just weren't clumped up enough. And it was just a lot easier to not be using the bolt staff. So overall, I don't think I enjoyed it. So I'd have to say, the bolt staff is a miss. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you found it interesting learning a little bit about the bolt staff. And I hope to see you next time. Thanks for watching.